thank you for joining us. We are here for a trialogue on the rise of Bharat's creator economy. And I'm going to dive right into the conversation. And I want to start with you, Sanjyot. Can you tell us, briefly about the type of content that you create and also your thoughts on how the entire content creator space has evolved recently?
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm Chef Sanjyot Keer. I'm founder of Your Food Lab. I create content on food, obviously, because I'm a chef, but in different formats, definitely on 3 different platforms right now, on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. Started my journey in 2016 when content creation was not something very usual to do. You had to actually explain people that you create videos on the internet, and people never understood why. But now people do, and I'm really grateful to a lot of people in my journey right now where I feel there's so many content creators who are doing a brilliant job, who make content creation a good space to, consume, a good thing to consume, because there's a lot happening on content right now. So content space is evolving at a very fast pace. But there's a need of more good content creators to be taking part in this journey.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Sanjyot. And मैंने आपके pandemic में बहुत सारे videos देखे हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा. So, Niyati, if you can walk us through your journey and the type of content that you create.
Hello everyone, it's great to be here. So we started creating content with the sole idea that we wanted to make social media positive, because back then we didn't know how negative it really was, but we just felt that everybody kept talking about the problems in our country, but nobody spoke about the people trying to solve the problems, or the fact that our country is extraordinarily diverse and still manages to come out stronger. I mean, if any other country had so much diversity, they'd probably split into a million parts, and it's a miracle that we still continue to survive and thrive in all this diversity. So we wanted to showcase that. We wanted to showcase a positive Bharat, and that's why my husband and we started a series in 2019 called 100 Reasons to Love India, and that's the basis of our content. Come the pandemic, we couldn't really travel and we didn't want to. So we started making informative content. We started putting out more research-based content on different topics. And the one thing I'd say that sets us apart is we don't focus on the problem. We focus on the solutions and the people trying to make the problems smaller, or the people trying to fix the problems, because that's the only way we'll actually end up fixing them. Just cribbing about the problem doesn't actually help. So that's us.
Wonderful. I think that's a very, very positive thought. Abhi, what would you like to add on your thoughts about the entire creator space and how it has evolved?
So a lot of times when we talk about creator space and the people sitting in the audience right now, it feels like we are doing something very different, but that's not true. You guys are also trying to solve a problem, and each creator is also trying to solve a problem. Chef Sanjyot Keer is trying to solve a problem by sharing good-looking food content that people can make at their homes. We are trying to solve a problem, trying to educate the youth. So then everybody sitting over here is trying to solve a problem. Our mediums may be different, our language may be different, but that is what essentially all humans with good intentions try to do, that we try to make the world a better place. So that's what we are here for. We are here to share how creators' economy has changed in the last few years and how we guys can work together to make this whole world a better place.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Abhi. Sanjyot, I want to ask you this, that how do you read into the demand for regional content? And as a consumer, do you consume a lot of regional content? And from a creator's point of view, then what are your thoughts on it?
Regional content is growing big. I have a friend of mine whose name is Kiran Datta, goes by the name The Bong Guy. And he does amazing regional content. And the last time when I spoke to him, I was like, that you're doing so great, why don't you make content in other languages, like, you know, a common language, maybe in Hindi or English or something like that, that wider audiences can watch. It's like I love making regional content for my audiences, and I just want to do that. And he's big in his space, and I feel regional content is growing at a very fast pace. What I do is I sometimes pick very regional cuisines, very regional recipes, and highlight them on my channel, because I have got a more pan-India and a global audience on my platforms. And what happens is, whenever I do a regional recipe, a lot of people who don't know about it come across it, and they can try it in their kitchens across the globe, and that's how they get to know about something new. So that is how I tap onto that regional cuisines, but I am not like necessarily tapping that regional audience, but trying to highlight those regional cuisines to the normal, audiences. So that is how I go about it.
Okay, okay. Abhi, I want to, just an extension to what Sanjyot was saying. For creators who are creating regional and local content, while it does lead to dedicated fan bases, does that also result in a challenge of limited audience? How do you look into that?
So one big advantage that India has is that we never lack in numbers. So just to give you a perspective, the biggest cricket stadium in the world is the Ahmedabad Cricket Stadium, and the capacity of that stadium is 1,32,000 odd. So, and there are more than 10,000 creators who have 10 times more audience than that. So when you visualize, it is even difficult to visualize 10,000 people in a room. And right now, like if we combine the viewership of 2 creators over here, then that's over 2 crores maybe? Maybe 2 crores.
In a month, or like?
No. In total, in terms of subscribers.
Subscribers, yeah, it's more than 2.5 crores, yeah.
Yes. So, so that's the thing. So we never lack in numbers. When we talk about regional content, we need to understand the difference, that regional content is like a sharp pencil. So a sharp pencil may not make a big hole, but it will make a deeper hole. So regional content will always make a deeper hole. So I just want to share one quick example. That's not of ours, but it is about a laborer from Odisha. His name is Isak Munda. So 2-3 years back, he was earning around $2-3. That's like 150 rupees per day. And during the pandemic, he lost his job. So he did not know what to do. So he had a very simple idea that he will upload video of him eating food on YouTube and Facebook. And he did not get any views in the beginning. But then once his first video went viral, he got 20,000 views. He got excited. And he kept uploading. And now he is earning around more than 1 lakh rupees every month. So that's so empowering. So that is what creator economy has done. It doesn't mean that you guys can upload just videos of you eating food and you will get money. But then it's just an example that it is possible. Something that we thought was impossible a few years back is possible now. Of course, through hard work. Nothing comes easy.
Great. Thank you for that, Abhi. Niyati, just building on to what Abhi said, monetization has always been a key challenge in the creator space. Now that you guys have had some years of experience in this space, some avenues have opened up for you. What are some exciting new forms of or channels of revenue for budding creators that you would like to highlight?
I'm going to talk about 2 budding sources of revenue. One, I've seen a lot of travel content creators host their own trips. So I know there's one creator I follow, her name is Sharanya Iyer. She goes by the handle Truly Nomadly. And what she does is she does a lot of diving. She's a PADI certified diver. She goes deep sea diving. So she conducts trips in Andaman, in Maldives, where she'll take people who have not ever done diving before, and then she takes them and has them experience that with reputed and responsible teams over there. And this is one exciting form of monetization where people share their experiences with their followers. The second one is hosting a lot of private retreats, whether they're business retreats or they're networking retreats, where usually these are high ticket items, where people can come and interact with the creator. They can have multiple different sessions, and it can be a mindset seminar, a leveling up seminar, a business seminar. So these are two things that I'm very excited about. I see a lot of people conducting stuff like this in the coming times, and there'll be a sustained demand from the audience because they've seen those creators create that type of content. So it's natural that that there'll be more trust for these kind of options.
Okay, wonderful. Sanjyot, would you like to add to this list of monetization avenues?
So as we know, like commonly there's ad revenue, there's brand collaborations that keep happening. That's the regular stuff. But creating IPs is going big right now. Last year we created a IP called Chef It Up, which had four episodes. That was the season 1, where I collaborate with 4 other creators or other guests from different genres, and then we create a show which is food and fun. And that's how we collaborated with another brand. We worked with Google, and all of these aspects came together, and it worked well in synergy to create one of the most watched food series on YouTube last year. Just last Friday, we launched Chef It Up Season 2 with other 4 guests. So the Season 2 has come up, which is a testimony to the first season that it really worked, and we worked with another brand. So creating IPs helps creators build a periodic content piece, which happens once a year, where the content creator can make really good money. Also, the brand who takes part in this IP also gets the most, it's much better than just doing a one-off with a creator, right? So a creator is building an IP for the brand. So everyone, it's a win-win situation for the brand, for the platform, for the creator. And also very recently, I've launched my own brand. It's a kitchen appliance brand called YFL Home. We just launched it on 7th, which was on Monday. And we're creating and designing and building kitchen appliances for the new age kitchen. And that's something what creators are going to do next, where creators are going to build their own brands. And yeah, that's the new thing.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you. Thank you for that, Sanjyot. I have one final question, and I'd like to start with you, Abhi. I want to understand from the lens of creators here. When you work with retailers and brands, what do you think retailers should know when they're coming to collaborate with influencers and with creators? Yeah.
I feel the first thing that everybody should know is that we should have in mind what to expect. If you enter into any relationship, be it with a creator or be it with your life partner, if you expect too much from the relationship, that relationship is bound to fail. And that's not the fault of the relationship. It's just too many expectations on one thing. They are just unrealistic. So have your expectations set in place, and based on that, you have to figure out what level of creator you want. So for example, if you are going to a Bollywood star, your aim is to just create buzz or just make the name of your brand a household name, so that you are attaching the goodwill of that celebrity to your brand. Similar with the size of creator. If you are reaching out to a creator who has more than 10 million followers, then your main objective should be to take that goodwill and associate with the brand. A lot of times, depending on your brand, if you are, say, a car brand, and if you are thinking that you will make a YouTube video and your car sales will bump up just through the clicks, then that's not going to happen, because nobody is going to buy a car by clicking on a YouTube video. So if you are a marketing person, then you have to live on this planet. This planet has some rules that people don't usually buy cars by going online. They will go into the showroom. But yes, the likelihood of them choosing your car over your competitor's car will increase. So this is the realistic expectation that you should have. Creators are not billboards that you can just put your advertisement on and expect result. It needs to be a two-way communication.
That was very honest, Abhi, and thank you for that. Niyati, would you like to add something to this?
My message to any marketer out there while working with creators is just, I feel like it's a very Indian thing that we want to, I think everybody remembers the Maruti Suzuki ad, kitna deti hai, right? So everybody remembers that, right? The small guy saying kitna deti hai. So I feel like a lot of times a lot of brands naturally have this thing, ki kitna deti hai? How can I get maximum out of whatever collaboration that is happening, and how can I make sure that my brand is seen a million times in the video, and try to be too controlling. Vis-a-vis what I've seen with foreign creators. I have seen foreign tech creators who will, for example, Mr. Who's the Boss, what he'll do is he'll have an ad placement for Samsung, but it's an unboxing of a OnePlus phone. So Samsung is confident enough in their product to have an ad placement in a full extended video about a OnePlus phone. That sense of confidence seems to be missing when it comes to a lot of communication with Indian brands. And I think it's just the journey, and it's just, I'm 100% sure this will evolve over the future. And I'm very much looking forward to that sort of a place where something like that can actually happen in India. But that's a very significant difference between two markets.
Wonderful. I think great insights, Niyati, and also
I'm sure he'll have a...
yes.
Everything's covered. Like as Abhi said, that don't treat creators like billboards. Try to work with them. Try to collaborate. Try to not just send them briefs and tell them to deliver a video on this particular date. Just try to collaborate with them, understand what the creator does and what can the creator do for you, which will be a good thing for your brand.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys, for your inputs and for such honest insights. It was wonderful hosting you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.